So apparently Joe Biden said, quote, "I promise you, if I'm elected president, you're going to see the single most important thing that changes America. We're going to cure cancer." You're gonna what? I'm not kidding, guys. He actually said this. But what's even crazier is that even though this quote slapped me in the face pretty hard, a guy by the name of Cedric Richmond went on CNN to defend this quote. And his defense, his commentary, was even worse than Joe Biden's quote. I'm not kidding. They justified this statement as though it's something to look forward to for sure. Take a look at the video, and then we'll talk about it.
Vice President Biden said something yesterday in Iowa that really caught our ear about the fight against cancer. Let me play this for everyone.
I promise you, if I'm elected president, you're going to see the single most important thing that changes in America is we're going to cure cancer.
Now, Congressman, I know how personal this is to Joe Biden. We know how much energy and time that he has put into fighting cancer with the Biden Cancer Initiative. But with that phrase, we're going to cure cancer, how can he promise that, though?
We're America. When we made the commitment to go to the moon, people didn't think we could do it. And that's part of what's inspiring about Vice President Biden is the fact that he knows, as America, we can accomplish some very big things. And I'll tell you, in this race, he is absolutely the expert on cancer, where we are in our progress on the fight, where we are in our progress for finding a cure. And I think you're going to see him lay out a policy on
everyone would love it if he could make good on that campaign. Well, I mean, there is no one that would not support his if he can make good on that campaign promise. But that is one thing. Curing cancer is something that has been out of reach for scientists, for the medical community. They're making progress. But curing cancer, that is a very, very bold campaign promise to be making. Not that just he's going to fight it tooth and nail with everything he's got to make progress in the fight, but that he's going to cure cancer. Are you sure you want to hang your campaign on that promise? Well,
look, if you can't imagine America how you want it, and look, we have to remember that he is a subject matter expert in that area. He knows the progress we've made. So if he believes that we can do it, I believe him. And look, let's give it 120%. If we come up a little bit short, that means we've made great breakthroughs. So I don't think as Americans we think or dream small. We should continue to dream big, and that's what he's doing. And I think that you'll see his entire healthcare platform and others concentrate on what we should be doing, what we can do. But remember, as Americans, we do some really, really great things. And
when I heard Joe Biden in that clip, I about fell out of my chair laughing because of how desperate he is to pretend that he has a policy platform that will actually make a difference to society. But then I heard Cedric Richmond go on CNN there. The lady said, how can he promise that? The guy responds with, quote, "We're America. When we made the commitment to go to the moon, people didn't think we could do it. We knew we could go to the moon because we had proven it with like 10 Apollo missions that we could. Apollo 11 wasn't Apollo 1. There were 10 missions before that, each having done a little bit more than the last guy. Like, it was within our reach by the time we got to Apollo 11. It was just a matter of allocating funds to push for a speedy mission at that point. Kennedy promised something that was tough economically, and sure, we weren't 100% sure we could do it, but it was within the realm of possibility. Cancer research is pretty far from a cure. We were able to fly around the freaking moon. We aren't that close to a cure to cancer. To promise that we'll cure cancer is insane. Not only that, but Kennedy had a funding plan to justify his claim. Like, he had allocated economic resources to be able to justify a mission to the moon. What has Joe Biden promised? Is he saying that he will invest billions of dollars into cancer research? I haven't heard a thing yet. But even if he did, finding a cure to cancer has nothing to do with Joe Biden being elected at this point. The guy on CNN said, quote, he knows that as America, we can accomplish some big things, except Medicare for all and a living wage and a Green New Deal, etc. Like, what do you mean we can accomplish some big things? That doesn't make any sense for you, Joe Biden, to be saying that. You're the one who's against Medicare for all. You're against the living wage. You're against the Green New Deal. You don't support any of these things because they're too far gone. They're too hard. They're too difficult. He's kind of the last person who would believe in accomplishing big things. The guy is basically saying that Biden believes in curing cancer because it's a big goal and we can do it. But if the goal is Medicare for all, which every other developed nation has, then, oh no, it's too hard. It's too hard. Double standard much? The guy said, quote, he's the expert on cancer. He's a subject matter expert. By what metric? By what metric? Does he have a degree? Yes, he has a degree. In law. In law. He's not medically trained in any way. I feel like CNN thinks that when Joe Biden promises a cure to cancer, they actually think that Joe Biden will literally be the one to find the cure to cancer because he's a subject matter expert. And even still, they're like, yeah, makes sense. Last point. The guy on CNN said, if you can't imagine, this is a quote, if you can't imagine America how you want it, and look, he is a subject matter expert in that area. He knows the progress we've made. So if he believes that we can do it, I believe him. Okay, so you believe him because he's a subject matter expert? First off, he's not. Second off, 6,500 climate scientists, aka subject matter experts, researchers, claim that we have to fix our climate change mess by like 2030 or else we have irreversible damage. But Biden won't consider the Green New Deal because it's too bold. It's too far, pie in the sky. This guy is probably on drugs and needs to rethink his entire career and philosophy on science. I feel like the response to Biden's comments were worse than Biden's comments. Like, this guy really needs to rethink his career. He's the co-chairman of the Biden campaign. I think he's an actual representative, and he's defending a comment that says, quote, we're going to cure cancer. We're just going to cure cancer. That's what we're going to do. Guys, listen, if Joe Biden cures cancer, I mean, if he could follow through, if I knew he could follow through with that campaign promise, I'd probably vote for him. But he's not going to do that. And on top of that, like, he has money, right? He has lots of money. He has this foundation or whatever. Why is being the president stopping him from being able to cure cancer? He has no policy behind his claim that he can cure cancer. There's no policy whatsoever. He's just saying he can cure cancer if he's elected president. If he's elected president, though, guys, that's got to happen first. Well, if you want to cure cancer, then just cure cancer. Like, why are you holding us hostage? Why do we have to vote for you, or else you're not going to give out your secret? That's kind of screwed up. Guys, we're living in a time where logic and reasoning and thinking is becoming very difficult for some people.